What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the crypt. It is like almost 2 in the morning. I can't sleep. Insomnia is a bitch. Haven't been able to sleep last night and tonight have been terrible for me, but whatever. These are death metal jams I've been jamming lately. I've been actually listening to more like metalcore and deathcore, like Architects. I've been getting into. I've been rediscovering some bands, songs, whatnot, which is really weird for me to say because usually I give about every genre I can a chance. Um, yeah, but to start us off, we got Atheist with my favorite album, uh, and Unquestionable Presence. I love this. I actually have a shirt from the first time I saw them with this art in my closet, and I actually got to stage dive during an Incarnation's Dream, I believe, last year when they were opening for Cynic, and I actually got to meet Kelly Schaefer, and I got a photo with him, and my dad actually took the photo, so it came out really nice. Um, I mean, nice dude. He gave me a pointer on um stage diving because I mean it was my first time, so like I was nervous, so people kind of helped me down. Then I went back up and I actually just dove. I didn't dive perfectly, but first time for everything. So I mean, he was a nice dude. I told him like, oh yeah, I saw you guys opening for Suffocation in 2022, and I got to, I got to, you know, see y'all, but I didn't really even get to go in the pit because of someone. But there's always assholes at shows like that, so hey, made up for it. I'm hoping to see Suffocation again because I do love them. Next up, we got Nile with Ethpholic, which is my favorite album from them. I don't know why it took me a moment to remember the name, but I mean, Ethpholic, papyrus containing the spell to preserve its possessor against attacks from he who is in the water. And as he creates, so he destroys. I love that ending. Next up, more tech death. Origin with Echoes of Decimation. If you can't tell, I've been watching a lot. What's weird is like I've been teetering between Metal Trenches and Metal Meltdown for like tier lists of bands, but then like I'll go to like Killbot and Gorgor Attack for other shit. It's really weird. But Origin, Echoes of Decimation, I mean, my favorite from here is Staring from the Abyss. That was one of the first songs from this band I ever heard, and it stuck with me. I mean, Endless Cure, Cloning the Stillborn, Debase Humanity, the title track, Reciprocal is cool. Except for something a bit more modern. We're going to the state I was born in with this Malignant Altar with Realms of Exquisite Morbidity. I know a lot of people love this, and I'm not gonna lie. Alright, the first time I heard this, I was turned off, and I was like, now I have a CD I don't really like, and now I got this shirt from the Metalhead box, and I'm like, is it? I don't want to have this shirt and not know the band, but I re-listened and now I love it. For some reason, the back print is upside down, but that's whatever to me. I can fix it later. But really good stuff. Next up is an album from last year that was gonna be on my end of the year list, but didn't make it because it was really late coming in. Coffin Mulch, Spectral Intercession. Another band I found through the Metalhead box. With the shirt. And I don't think I need to speak too much on it because like everyone listened to it. Next up is an absolute classic, Scream Bloody Gore by Death. You don't know that album? Next up, one of my favorite bands, and I love this album, Immolation with Dawn of Possession. Oh, I remember I commented asking Killbot what some of his favorite Immolation songs were, and that's actually how I got into them, because I got a shirt through the Metalhead box, and at the time I just listened to like one song, and I was like, oh, it's black and death metal, and I was completely wrong, because it's more just straightforward death metal. I was just thinking it was, because I mean, you see something like this, you see Immolation, and then you see Dawn of Possession. I'm thinking black metal because I'm an idiot. Or Black and Death because I'm an idiot, but I mean, really good classic death metal. I don't think they have a single bad album, personally. Next up, I really need to get more from this band. Aborted Terror Vision. Love this album. The songs Deep Red and Ultra Inferno are my two favorite tracks. They're the catchiest in my opinion. Um, I still like it though, much more than when I originally heard it. I just kind of thought it was but the more I listen to this, the more I enjoy it. I mean, I prefer Retrogore and Mania Cult over this, but still good nonetheless. Next up is a classic, Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. This is not my favorite, as I've said, but I mean, you got classics like Liege of Inverosity, Effigy of the Forgotten, Infecting the Crypts, Seeds of Suffering, Jesus Wept. I actually have a patch that's going to go on my live vest of bands I've seen live, or just people I've seen live. I shouldn't say really just bands, because I mean, I have like Tori Amos going on there. But you'll definitely see a lot of death metal and deathcore, because that's my main genre. But you will see some other stuff like Motley Crue and Metallica. So, but anyway, moving on, we got the very first death metal band I ever really got into, and the first death metal album I ever heard. Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of Mutilated. Love this album. Everyone knows Hammer Smash Face and I Come Blood. But you have other classic tunes, such as my personal favorite of this era and one of my top Cannibal Corpse songs ever, Necropedophile. You also have Addicted to Vaginal Skin and intros ripped from a virgin's cunt. And I don't think I need to explain much on Cannibal Corpse because everyone knows them. Now for my favorite album from this band, which is also very technical, Dying Fetus Descended into Depravity. I don't know why I'm talking like this. That was really weird, but yeah, Descend into Depravity by Dying Fetus, my favorite. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose a favorite because, like, this is probably, like, this is, like, my overall favorite album, but then I can also switch between Killing on Adrenaline and Wrong One to Fuck With and, Reign Supreme. But this is definitely, like, this is probably the one I go back to the most out of my favorites, which is why I just say this is my favorite, but I do have other favorite albums by them. And finally, one that's a bit more controversial because they were more grindy and then went more techie, and you know, a lot of people don't like this era. Cow Decapitation with Death Atlas. This was like it wasn't my introduction to them because I had heard Forced Gender Reassignment, but this was like the album that really set them for me, I guess. And then I started listening to like more, like I listened to Dead Sound Suicide and um other songs, and then I finally found my favorite Kettle song, and I Need That album, which would be the Harvest Floor, the song being The Right Beneath the Rind. I think it's The Harvest Floor, something like that. But this is really good. This is the era that my dad got into, and I think he prefers this because, like, he had me play Parasitic Adaptation in the car once. But I mean, the Geocide, uh, One Day Closer, One Day Closer to the End of the World, Bring Back the Plague, Finish Them, Time's Cruel Curtain. Really good shit. But yeah, those are death metal jams I've listened to recently. I've got so many death metal jams I've been listening to, not just like the classic death metal stuff, but like Slam and yeah, yeah, if I ever get all the stuff I want done, I guess the only other one that I don't want to get up and get is my pharmacist one, but I don't really want to get that. But that's not even really death metal. It's more just grind, gore grind. But regardless, uh, if I can, I'm gonna hopefully get some more CD collection videos out of the way. I'm kind of saving money right now. Um, yeah. I want to do a video on albums that got me through tough times, not just depression or breakups or whatever, just like full on just albums that kind of, I don't want to say tough times, just like that kind of made me happy or whatever, or make me happy, I should say, because they still do. Um, I know what I'm gonna really name the video because like there are some like Killswitch Engages the End of Heartache that got me through a breakup or a few breakups actually. There's like, you know, some of these that got me through high school in general. You know, How I Laughed Tomorrow When I Came and Smiled Today. It got me through stuff. But I don't know how I'm gonna do all that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and as always, keep it grim.